got back their mojo, and they were very good. And this guy with the ball likely is a linebacker playing point guard.
Yeah, he is running downhill every time he gets his hand on the ball. Mentioned, we'll expect to see a lot of that, Fran, because there's a lot of players on the floor at any given time very familiar with themselves from that Metroplex area of what Mike Boynton wants to do defensively.
Well, they're undefeated so far, and they've reached their goal 4 of the 6 times, so it's certainly working, but more importantly, it's part of the mindset of this team.
RJ Nembhard with his second bucket, and he's got 5 in the early going. Down by Likely. 3 minutes gone by. Boone with the miss, gets his own miss, puts it up and in.
Round pick, playing for the Memphis Grizzlies, left this program as the 3rd all-time leading scorer in Horned Frog history.
Yeah, they were roommates in RJ's freshman year, and a lot rubbed off on
Toronto. Sweet.
Behind the back in the dunk.
How about
a highlight in the first 4 minutes?
This is like Houston and Dallas-Fort Worth, and they bring that love of basketball back with them, just like me.
Jumper from the wing is good, and started recruiting, and you could find tons of talent, and he certainly has.
Yeah, and there's a great pass inside right there by E-class. And Mike Boynton was telling us yesterday that the PE classes are different times of the day. 7:50 in the morning. I'm a really good defensive stopper. You saw it right there. And an AAU teammate of Cade Cunningham and Mike Miles, Texas Titans.
Nice pass. Cunningham winning 3 in that previous timeout. He said, Cade, you have to go out there and be the best guy on the floor. And he did, of course.
Yeah. Well, teams have game planned to keep him out of the lane. And as we saw against Wichita State, Cade Cunningham is not afraid of the moment and never has been.
We've got ourselves a tie ball game.
Oh, but they have a really nice collection of young perimeter players.
Looking to avoid going 0-2 in Big 12 play. They opened their Big 12 slate with a 5 on the shot clock. Likely try to force it inside. And TCU comes away with it. Here's Nembhard.
Nice.
Gets it up for the dunk from Miles.
He played in the NBA, but RJ and Miles have hooked up nicely all season long. How about that? That's a linebacker right there, Rick. Yeah. Man, he was so good early last year before he was sick.
Samuel stumbled, didn't get called for the travel, and puts it in with the left hand. Here's Ferran Flavors. Off the window, too strong. And Nembhard bringing it down again. 4-point lead. Looking to add to it, and he does.
Listen, they're challenging
the game for TCU.
Yeah.
Off the window, and the follow by Samuel.
Yeah, well, you know these TCU guys, especially the Dallas guys, are locked in on Cade Cunningham. They've done a good job so far. Cade hadn't finished at the rim until right there. How about that? Offense going. Big fella.
Samuel misses 2 at close range, and Boone with the rebound.
Good push.
Nice pass, Cunningham to Moncrief. Fresh 3-point field goal. That's not the strength of their team. They're 9th in the conference in 3-point percentage. But right now, TCU is clicking on all cylinders. Shot clock winding down, and they can another triple.
Very possibly. This league's loaded, we know, from top to bottom.
Right now, Joe Lunardi has 7 teams projected to make the NCAA tournament. There gives it up. Here's Samuel, left-handed hook, in and out. Fight for the loose ball, and Pearson comes away with it.
How about that? Mickey. Cowboys shooting 31% tonight.
And finally, it's been 6.5 number, and badly misses that time. Here's Walker, slashes to the hoop and gets the bucket. Gallagher-Iba, but they're having their voices heard right now, trying to spur on the Pokes. Here comes Likely leading the break. And he gets it to go. Ice Likely. The TCU Horned Frogs don't want to hear any of that noise. They're up 35-28 with a minute to go in the first half. Left hand, the follow is good by Moncrief. The Pokes have them right back in this.
And no Cade Cunningham on this run. Good for the Cowboys' confidence.
Feed inside, Samuel rattles it home. Well, a look at our first half stats brought to you by Ally, and you see the key stats. Kevin Samuel came to play, 11 points, leading the TCU Horned Frog. Miles gives it up. That's P.J. Fuller, the sophomore. Here's Nembhard at close range. 10 on the shot clock for the Frogs.
Can't guard
Inside,
him.
Samuel. Got it.
Can't pin his, kryptonite.
Another three off the mark. Is Oklahoma State settling, friend?
Yes, they are.
Another three-ball attempt, and the second time it goes down in a row.
Damn.
Using those extra-large mitts of his. Here's another turnover. O'Bannon at the other end. TCU has an answer.
Well, there's an energy level that we've seen with both teams coming out the second half, and that's a good sign.
Here's a strong take to the hole.
The answer, go right through his chest.
Here's another turnover. Could be an easy two at this end. And a dunk from Cade Cunningham.
Is that they're going to be out of the NCAA tournament this year. It took Cade Cunningham about 2 weeks, but he said, you know what? I want to go to Oklahoma State because I want to be with Coach Boynton. Boy, Mike Miles is going to be a tremendous Big 12 player.
Here's Taryn Todd with a tough two. His first two of the second half. We have a tie ball game.
Yeah, these guards are really good for TCU. Congratulations, coach, for getting in the Hall of Fame. He would have loved M.A. Moncrief.
Here's Ledee. For three, in and out.
Great pass by Cade Cunningham. That's one of those plays where I think he's got to force that one to the rim. They got a lot of movement. Look at this. Now,
Avery Anderson with the theft. Likely at the other end.
Double team. They're trapping pick and rolls, and that's really slowed TCU down.
Here's Taryn Todd. He's had himself a great second half. 7 points in the second half for Taryn Todd. Puts TCU up by 2.
Good cut.
And one opportunity.
Years now. Mr. Iba influenced so many great coaches. Bob Knight, Don Haskins, Eddie Sutton. The list's been ratcheted up. I think part of it is because of the lack of movement by TCU. You just can't turn it over this much. Wow!
And Bryce Williams with the flush and the flex after that.
Soon. But I just love seeing these kids compete on the court.
Tough take, the follow, no good. And it's brought in again.
I actually officiated AAU games ever since that time, and I'm a former coach, right? Very good pro.
Here he is with the ball. Gives it up.
Pass. That's a dunk in the NBA.
And he follows with the bucket.
One at the Andre Drummond, and he's dunking on somebody's head. Pistons would love to have him.
That jumper is good. So now he's up to 13 points, and it's a 5-point Oklahoma State lead. 4.5 to go. Nembhard calls his own number and cashes in.
I like that. RJ's got 16 tonight, and that was no offense by TCU, just a good individual play. Everybody else, you just can't win consistently anymore with the type of one-and-done guys that are coming into college basketball. He has a sense of the moment. He came up big again. There's that trap again. You've got to attack the trap, and you've got to put a man in the middle of the court where you little zone.
25 points off of those 20 turnovers for the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Here's Anderson, the floater.
Around the rim, he's given up some points.
Here's Nembhard off the catch and release.
Great set play.
You'll credited with the tip-in at the buzzer to beat the Wildcats. He knocks them both down. He ties the season high at 16.
Let him drive.
Here's Miles. Inside. Samuel dunks.
Oh, man. Good feed inside.
Up one. Drive, jump stop, no whistle. Here come the Frogs. They take a lead with a bucket.
Good kick out. They passed up shots.
10 seconds to go. The jumper goes down.
Bulldogs. But you cannot let the ball get to the paint.
It's in the hands of Cade Cunningham. 5 seconds to go. Cunningham pulls up and misses the jumper. TCU uses a 9-0 run to close this one out and win it on the road, 77-76.